Hello everybody, what is going on? Jimmy here, back with another video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today, my friends, we're going to be talking about the fact that Bloomberg actually had a report out, and I missed it yesterday. By the time I posted my video, this has already happened, but so I figured I would talk about it today. So basically, Bloomberg reported that some more bad news, unfortunately, for Sony. And as you all know, I do like the Sony PlayStation 5 better than the Xbox Series X. I do think that the Series X is definitely a better deal, but I do think that the PlayStation 5 is the definitely better console in my eyes. I just can't imagine a world where I like the Xbox Series X better. Even though that there is such good deals with Game Pass and all that, I just feel like the games on PlayStation, they're just way better in my opinion. But that's my opinion. You know, my favorite of the three has got to be Nintendo, but a close second is definitely Sony, and third is Xbox. Even though I do love Halo, I do love some of the IP that are on Microsoft's console, it just to me does not stand as strong as something like Sony or something like Nintendo. But under the same token, that seems to be changing around, so who knows, by the end of this generation the Series X may be the better console, but that's not what this is about, okay? So basically what we're talking about today is the fact that Bloomberg has reported that Sony is forcing first-party developers to make more blockbuster games and not allowing them to do whatever they want. So basically, what this means is, in broader terms, in hindsight, is the fact that Sony wants to remake The Last of Us to coincide with the TV show that's going to be coming out very soon. And because of that, they don't understand that people really don't want another The Last of Us remake. We already have a remaster of it from the PlayStation 3. We do not need another version of it. And the game Days Gone has a team of people who made it, obviously, and they pitched a sequel to Sony, and Sony said no, literally just because the fact that critics didn't like it. Not because the fact that it underperformed. It sold extremely well, and the game got rejected, and they're now being asked to help Naughty Dog with multiplayer projects and new Uncharted games. And the thing is that Naughty Dog's team is just becoming bigger and bigger, and they're starting to take over Sony, and it's starting to become it doesn't make a lot of sense what Sony's doing right now. It really does seem like they're kind of out of touch with what people want. We want other types of games too, you know? There's that one meme of it's like the Sony first-party game format or whatever, and it just shows all the games almost looking exactly the same coming out of Sony from the first-party hits, like the blockbuster-style games. A lot of their environments and stuff, they look very similar because a lot of them are literally coming out of Naughty Dog. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not discrediting these games. Like I said, they're good games, but under the same token, we need other types of content too. We need AA games. Not every single game needs to be a AAA, almost movie-like experience. We're allowed to just play a video game that doesn't feel like that. You know, a perfect example is something like these indie games that are going to be on the PS Vita. They're all going to be forgotten because Sony's deciding to get rid of the store. It just seems like they're making more and more horrible decisions, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I have to say, in terms of organization and being all together, it seems that with the help of Phil Spencer, Xbox has their stuff together way more than they do up against Sony. You know what I'm saying? And I really do feel like they do have time to turn this around. Obviously, the PS5 is definitely way more in demand than the Xbox Series X is. That's something that could definitely be said as well. Obviously, people do definitely want a PlayStation 5 more than they would want an Xbox Series X. Or at least for right now. Who knows how that's going to go. But if Xbox keeps offering these amazing deals and stuff, it's going to be extremely hard for Sony to even compete with that. Just like the Marvel's Avenger game. They're giving you the PS4 version, and they're not even giving you the PS5 on PlayStation Now, I think it is. Or is it Plus? I can't remember. I can't remember if it's Now or Plus, but it doesn't matter. Basically, everyone thought they were going to get a great game to join the service, right? And guess what happens? It's the PS4 version, and even if you have a PS5. So they're just not even trying to work with consumers. They're just trying to literally do whatever they want, and they think that because they had the PS4 as the best-selling console of the last generation, that people are just going to buy whatever they make. This is the same mentality Nintendo had coming out of the Wii's generation. Nintendo thought they were absolute gods and that no one could ever stop them. And when the Xbox One outsold them, I think that they were absolutely surprised to see that fate, because it made no sense looking out and seeing the fact that they had just taken over the world with their last console, and this new console bearing the same name can't even manage to crack like 20 million. It couldn't even do it. Man, honestly, I know that the PlayStation 5 is going to beat out the Wii U in sales. I'm not trying to compare it to that. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that, trust me, consoles can lose momentum, and they can gain it right at the 11th hour, just like how the Xbox 360 outsold the PlayStation 3. the entire generation up until right at the end when the PlayStation 3 slightly edged it out. You know, the Xbox 360 overall, in my eyes, was the more popular console just because for the whole generation, everybody looked at it as the console to buy. Just because Sony turned it around right at the end doesn't really mean anything. And I think that Microsoft, at the rate that they're going, they could turn this around way before the 11th hour. They could turn this around like in a couple years from now, to the point where the PlayStation 5 is looked at as the bad value console, as the console that has no good games, as the console that just keeps making The Last of Us games. The Last of Us, literally, the remaster doesn't even look that bad. It's from 2013. There's no excuse to be remaking a game from 2013. That is not even that old. Look at Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the Pokemon games, right? They're getting remade because they're literally 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse for a game that isn't even 10 yet to be getting a remake, in my eyes. That just seems absolutely stupid, a waste of time, and they're going to charge you $70 for it. You know it's true. They're definitely going to be charging you $70 for this remake of this game, and it just seems like an absolute ripoff and a waste of everybody's time, including Naughty Dog's, for making it, when we could get a brand new game that could actually be good, and instead we're worried about if we can remake the same game we've made again. You know, I mean, this just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, we still don't even really have too many first-party PS5 games that are even out. Most of them are still available on the PlayStation 4. And it's really, really weird that Sony's letting it go this far. You know, Ratchet & Clank by now is looking to be like one of the best games coming out this year, because we still have no idea where God of War is. It could be coming out next year. It's probably not even coming out this year. It seems like a lot of good games are getting delayed. Like Deathloop got delayed till September, so hopefully that'll even make it out this year. If it gets delayed again, it'll probably be till next year. So who knows what's going on with all that. All I have to say is that this is not looking good for Sony. It's really not. But like I said, they do have the amount of time and they do have the resources to turn this around immediately and make everyone look like they were wrong this whole time. There's no 100% guarantee that it stays like this. Actually, it's more likely that they probably get their stuff together and, you know, do the right thing as opposed to letting it go super far to the point of no return. I bet you that they fix this and they get it all fine, but you never 100% know, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video. I'm sorry I'm coming at you all with another negative video for Sony. It just seems like this generation, they're completely out of touch with what people want, and it's sad to say. I feel like I'm making these videos every few days. I mean, just horrible decisions, Jim Ryan. Horrible decisions. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to drop me a like, comment, maybe even subscribe to the channel. Jimmy out of here. Thank you again, everybody.